Geek Slate's draft, there's a tempo to it, but it feels like once you miss your power spike at 15 to 20, maybe 25 max, BLACKLIST takes over, and they take over pretty hard.
South America now. Smiley Knight's playing an Infamous now, but he's the only other Lycan carry player that we still see these days, as they're going to kill Force at this rate.
Yes, they are.
Only Iron Shell, that's not going to help him.
And Force is feeling himself back to the voice line spam, as it looks like they're maybe going to be able to punish Narman here. Really aggressively going for a pull. Tims is going to mess up the body block a bit. Has Glimpse, and they will be able to set up for this. Okay. Oh, actually, I thought I saw Armlet queued up for a second, but I must have been mistaken. It was probably over the helm.
Yeah.
Yes, my bad. That's
arms.
Must have always been this helm. You know, getting these creeps online, playing with these big boys as Tims, top lane, is still going to die.
Norman's starting to get rid of this Tombstone because the zombies are preventing his battery assault. Can they get rid of it? Yes, they do. At the same time, Norman dies. Still cases stuns, however, the Undying. And Force will commit to the skill as Raven cleans up shop, hoping for Zhao as well. No multi-shot for a while. Has a gust in 3 seconds, but realizes there's no point.
There's only a couple of creeps with the next wave of
Gem's here too.
Coming. Oh, and this is what I really like about Lycan. He can get involved early.
Yes, he can. Gets glimpsed back. Jesus. And finds a zombie instead. AU also rotated here, maybe a bit too early as he gets to Lycan East, into the War Stomp, into the Wolf Bites, which just destroy him. Carl was a little bit hasty even with his haste and pulling that Avalanche away. Narman now finds a zombie up top. Battery Assault and Cogs, and Force can't really help him except for the Ion Shell. Doesn't even set up the wall. Replicant uses the last of mana on the Vacuum, which does nothing but condemn Narman. Still trying to finish off AU. He keeps himself alive, and a glimpse condemns Force for early death. The Doom is used onto Carl and does telekinesis, which won't be needed as Cox decides to slash and dash him to death. It does suck that you can't take the tier 1.
And Rubik can actually kind of take the lane 1v1 against the... Hold on, I think we're going to look for a Doom here?
Yeah, it seems like it. Oh, the hookshot right into the Drow. Static Storm, though, does annoy the clock a little bit. He's tanky, but not tanky enough to survive that gust, which just pushes him away from the Cogs. AU does die. Avalanche, are you looking for a toss? No, it's going to be the Onslaught that tries to catch Narman. They block that ultimate with the Vacuum, stopping it completely, and now Bosco feels really useless.
There are a lot of zombies. They cannot fight here. Something. They're going to get aggressive here.
Okay, Static Storm, just for Narman though.
Oh, no, they tossed the zombies.
They'd annoy him. That was not what Carl was looking for. That's why Undying has some anti-synergy with the Tiny. AU is not going to be... Sorry, Carl's not going to be the target. Now finally canceling the Doom with the Doom. Good little TP cancel there by Cox, and that's going to bring down Carl, getting 2 kills in favor of Geek Slate.
The best part, though, for BLACKLIST Rivalry, like I said, now you're basically, your tank is empty. You're recharging here for Geek Slate, and Raven is still very strong. Looks like he'll get a free kill here onto Force.
The Onslaught plus a Trample. Force has nowhere to run. I mean, save in general.
They have vision here.
Okay, into the Static Storm. They toss the Darkseer. The Onslaught doesn't push him out of the kinetic field. Perfect. And that allows them to kill Force and Narman for the same ultimate as a Glimpse brings back Zhao. Zhao kind of stuck Fate Bolt to try to delay this. Not going to work as well. Cox, though, walked in 1v5. 2v5? 2v5 with the help of Scam, who's trying to go for Carl. They're going to go for AU as well. In the back lines, it's the Thunderhide killing off his, but they're going to deal with Raven. He's stuck. The poor Wolf in the kennel. Scam has to run away. Now the kinetic field's done, but he's too late to do so. Carl, in 3 seconds, will have an Avalanche. Blink in 10, however, so they can't catch up to Cox. Really odd choice from Geek Slate to fight that one. I pick Bane. They pick Lycan into Bane. Obviously, my lane is useless.
Oh, okay.
Carl, okay, glimpse back the Clockwork, but that's fine, because they already have a setup against Carl, so he should die, especially with a Vacuum. And Gem can go for more. He's going for AU. He knows the supports are vulnerable, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Destroy AU in a matter of seconds. Take the Tombstone down as well with a Zoo.
I think this is really risky, I have to say, from BLACKLIST Rivalry. And ultimately, I don't know if it's necessary. They might feel, though, with this Lycan pressure that they need to do something about this first Aegis. I just don't think they're in a real position to be able to do anything about it.
Honestly, you're just waiting for that second Roche which comes to the Shard, which is actually the one everyone plays around. Unless you lose your Drow here, of course. They already doomed her, so Static Storm is a little bit late. They even activate the BKB, and Raven has been condemned to an early death. As Tims, in a similar boat, wants to die with his carry. Hold your hand, Tims. Oh, okay, unless the jetpack sends this drunk driving Clockwork away. That's not what he was looking to do. Also, we see Cuckoo sacrificing himself to let Tims live, and it's kind of gonna work. Not really sure why he did that. Cogs, don't cancel his TP. Don't be Shiva about this.
Very well. That's tier 1 tower taken. Scam continuing to push, although his presence may be required mid lane, because in they go. They've caught themselves Bosku.
Yeah, Bosku was trying to get a creep wave. He was trying to flow around like the Hudson River. Instead, he's flowing the Houston one. And he's flowing right into his grave.
Yeah.
Sully. That was the
Yes.
yes, that was it.
He was not the driver, he was a pilot.
Sorry, the plane driver.
It's fine. I thought we were referencing without bringing it up because he's got a hold on. They're fighting.
Shapeshift.
So it was a toss in place though. They meant for a toss back.
Which allows him to stay alive right through this. So the tower doesn't actually hurt him that much. They take Glimpse back. Carl yells the Rubik into the vacuum war stop. That's gonna work to kill off AU. Carl gets away. They doom him just to guarantee the kill. As now Narman tries to get away with a jetpack, and they get him right off the air with the pulverize, canceled by the battery assault. Hims die in a single bite, and now the pulverize is going to work against Bosku as Rubik stole it. But they have enough damage though. Narman sets up the cogs, but who's going to actually hit Bosku? Scam is running towards him.
Raven!
There we go. Raven also killed off in the backlines by Cox. And that is going to, and a dragon, sorry.
Basically snowballed from that couple of kills in the mid lane from where Raven decided it was a good time to start hitting a tier 1 tower of all things. I mean, that's how we got here. Don't get me wrong, I think GEEK SLATE, we're certainly going to look for the rest of the tier 2 towers. That's great.
Human suffering, huh?
Here they go.
Okay, last attempt, Carl. There he goes. Had a storm as well, but they kicked him out. However, he might just die in the pulverize. Can they catch him? They have enough damage? They do. Scam is dead.
He bought back.
And he buys back immediately as shapeshifting and come back into the fight. They've also doomed the Drow Ranger Cox, creating enough space for him to retreat here.
They're looking for a hook shot in, but there's too many zombies.
Where is Scam, though?
They need an angle. This could be a turning point.
There's no Sonic Storm. There's the shapeshift as well. Go for the dying. Okay. Pulverize the creep. Make sure you get rid of it. Hook shot though from the side. Catch the Drow Ranger vacuum into the Cogs, but that doesn't actually work. It only pushes back one. It's now Cox's job to get rid of the Drow, and Raven will die to the Inferno Blade plus Iron Shell. Cox, fearless, with or without Aegis, as Scam runs down the Tiny. They rocket flare the poor AU, and now they catch up to the final boss, Bosku, who's now done as well. Blacklist rivalry are forced to buy it back.
I mean, they have to GG. That's it.
You have your own team fight lined up. You have this jump for the backline of AU, or jump for the backline of Raven with the Earth Spirit. And Narman has performed spectacularly well on Earth Spirit before, so...
Yes, well, that's because any time I would start cooking garlic in olive oil, you would come out of your room and say, oh, what are you cooking?
Yeah, that's true.
It smells good. I would say olive oil.
They are going to try to kill the Earth Spirit, and they will succeed. Raven cooks him, and a little shrapnel olive oil.
But as you were saying, this is a problem. I mean, it looks like Hustle is going to give him the opportunity here to make things right, to make amends.
Yeah, make amends and kill Hustle a second time.
He can kick someone.
He can. He actually got him into the high ground. Well done.
Just the magnetized then, and zombies. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind in general though, even if you're not going to be able to get some Pog armlet toggles off top lane. The boat connects on a Scam.
Scam does not have Gus, so he's going to have to TP in the middle of this. And they cancel with Malefice, so Scam is going to die to something. And apparently it's going to be the Kunkka's sword.
Carry for carry, though. And then at least, you know, you can be like the Amar Mars days where you would toggle your Ags and kill Enigma on the black hole.
Yes. As Force is going to be toggled out of this world.
Cox has bots, he's in for this fight.
AU is able to TP in the middle of this.
They have no stuns, Avo.
Yeah, can't stop anyone. He realizes it's going to take too long, and they're going to lose the tower to Cox at this rate. Carl has X in a couple of seconds. Is he going to try? No, just going to TP away. Realizes there's an Earth Spirit aimed right for his face. There's no reinforcements either. Carl will eat up as much damage as possible. This plate of shrooms is going to get burnt up.
I guess it would be. I guess in a way, it's like you get more than just the bodily ashes. You collect the soul. Yeah. Kind of messed up.
Also, what's weird is, why do you get 2 souls if you don't have none? Whose soul is the extra one?
That's like a buy one, get one.
Yeah, but is it just a random spirit that you get from the air?
Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, what a hook shot. Almost got the coddle as well there with the cogs. But AU didn't have the cogs off cooldown. Instead, he'll settle for a support.
That'll secure the tower at the very least.
Doesn't Force Staff just crush Earth Spirit though, too? The fact that there's so many Force Staff in this current meta. He's not like a new nullifier.
Yeah, I mean, that can certainly be a
got the yo-yo of death off, huh? And the rolling boulder. Well played. I mean, it means nothing. But, you know,
away. He was chase with this. Oh, he is going to chase.
He is, but Raven's here, and he's just going to kill in exchange. In fact, they might get a second one, and this one is much more valuable. Cox, the old man, is stuck in the cogs. Cox and cogs. Now Cox in Coffin. It does seem like a lot of carries when they play any range carry, they just have any excuse they can to just get stats on them. I think that might be the logic. As okay, they only found the Clockwork. They pushed him out though here. Into the Illuminate, apparently. That kind of worked. Clockwork's dead. The Force that actually saves Force won't save Jownwell, who does die here. At least they get rid of this Tombstone as well.
They're going in.
And this allows Blacklist Rival to fight around here. Narman was a little bit crazy, gets killed off. Scam now stuck in the X1 spot. Then he's sent back in. There's nothing to save him from this surefire death. And they even commit the black hole to make sure Bosco doesn't just die here.
Yeah, when you take that burst on the second.
Oh, and Force was farming a camp nearby, which allows Raven to just beat both of them to death.
The wrong way.
Forced them the wrong way.
Oh, clutch
Zhao
TP.
does sacrifice himself to make sure that the hookshot does not hit
Mr.
Force.
President, get down! I mean, it's just an undying. I mean,
And afterwards, they shot themselves in the foot. They were like,
No.
"What if I try this on my face?" And then, oh, it works.
I think it's not an unrecoverable fight for them. They also do expect to buy back on the Clockwork. This fight, stolen roar.
roar.
Oh no.
And Cox is farming in the middle lane, which of course isn't great. The telekinesis sets up for the ghost ship. Cox, just in case Cox wants to run away, and he's not going to be able to. The old man's dead. However, Narman continues this fight, activating the Magnetize as well. Tibbs, he hit by the own roar, has a force in 2 seconds, but not the mana to use it, and that will set up for the kill that they were looking for. He actually used the Illuminate, which prevented him from using the Force Staff.
Oh, shot. They're fighting.
Finds Force and his Dragon too. That's a lot of gold for the sniper. No, Enigma takes it. You greedy bastard, boss. You think that's a way to grate the boss?
Cannot refuse a request on the day of my TI elimination.
Skem sent back into the ghost ship. That was a perfect time by Carl. I will explain this interaction in a second. It's my favorite thing about Kunkka players. If you know there's a silence, which he of course did, you time the X marks the spot, you wait a half a second, 0.8, and then that ghost ship will hit automatically.
Right. Yeah, maybe he can look to become a basis or something like that.
I don't think that's a good purpose. Okay, that's a purpose. That's a purpose. Nice yo-yo of death killing off AU. And now thanks to the Gust, they actually put the Enigma in that position. Well played. Now it's time for GEEK
They got the Rubik. He's out of mana,
to
though.
start killing the bases. Can they do so? Rubik is a target at a nice force tap, but Carl is forced to activate the BKB. Not a bad start for Geek Slate.
No chance.
I'm trying a lot. Look at me.
No, hold on. This could be big.
The Rubik is a valuable kill to start off with, unless Tim's also unless Narman dies for this as well. And because of the Torrent Storm, there's no escape for him. They go for the 2 supports first, as the hookshot from AU failed. Skem just got away with a Hurricane Plague. Now Geek Slate will retreat swiftly, activating their BKBs and trying to TP.
overstayed his welcome.
But Skem, yeah, you're right. He decided to kill the Rubik as opposed to TPing.
Yeah.
And that cost him his life.
But perhaps it's also a thing here in other languages where whenever you... Oh, hold on. Force is going to die. They've scattered him.
Look, I'm just going to harp on this point, but for a team that has supposedly...
Oh, no. He BKB'd as well.
Yeah,
they're going to fight around this?
They have Scotty. They have Black Hole now to kill AU as well. Cox really thought, should I walk into this Black Hole and give up on life?
Oh, no.
Decided against it. And now is Skem who's going to give up on life. Activates the BKB. Geek Slate's still taking this fight somewhat. Narman's hiding in the trees. Now Geek Slate finally run away. Narman's going to be caught out instead. Shrapnel will reveal him. There's the Gust. They have vision because, of course, they have a jam around. Jules does nothing but delay the inevitable as Narman's get caught.
But again, I don't know. I don't know what they're supposed to do. This is a good move. I like this.
Yeah, this could be a good move. They killed Enigma first, but DK's beat, and he's now fine, apparently, as he also grieved. They also killed Narman, who got into the middle of the Torrent Storm. That's not going to work. They tried to disengage from this high ground, where the Tombstone's been set up. Kunkka was the target, but his AC makes him a hard kill as well, as AU remains the high ground to give it a little bit of vision. Skem has been slow because of Scotty, and Skem, even with a BKB, just can't run. Carl is literally attacking him with his bare sword here, now turned into a pig, now being roasted. The Torrent Storm's helping him retreat, though, and they haven't killed Carl just yet, but he should finally fall as he tries to survive this. BKB's finally out. He will die, and it's for Narman, perhaps, who pushes Raven down to the low ground. Narman is going to die. Cox is now being attacked by Raven, who also gets rid of 2 heroes in quick succession. It's duck hunting season, and I always assumed they would eat it.
You don't have object permanence is basically what you're saying.
No.
Whoa, wait. Geek Slate are stealing Rose. Shut up, Abo.
I wasn't talking. Roche is taken, though. Aegis for Skem. Hook shot, a little bit late. A little bit late. A Sex Cap is not going to save you, Clockwork.
Okay.
Guys, Blacklist rivalry can still throw. Yeah.
You hear the quality of jokes I make, how rich they are already.
You're very pompous. I would ever say that. Caught the Earth Spirit, cogsing him back. You'll Scepter used, and okay, it's just Raven died to the Sniper. Someone help out Raven. He's actually out of range because Sniper pushed him away. Torrent Storm has also been committed, and Geek Slate, They're chasing
They
out
don't
the
like the
Blacklist
fight.
rivalry. They
Okay.
know there's no Tornstorm anymore. However, the Drought is low on HP.
I would be careful as well. Carl
Skem is just watching this gunslinger. Don't walk up to high ground, Skem.
has Refresher as well. He didn't.
He's going for the courier now. The courier's distracting all of them. He has a gem.
Radiant's
They killed it.
has been killed.
They killed it. The gem's on the ground.
It nearly equalized here on the net worth lead.
Raven?
Like,
Skem? Sorry, Skem. What is he doing? He's like an offlaner right now. Oh no, Cox is not an offlaner. Oh no, Cox has been caught. Cox is frozen solid because of the Scotty. Someone help him. The black hole is cancelled by the promo roar, but they got what they came for.
A Crimson Guard.
Bosku is dead in exchange for Cox. A Crimson Guard's been used to try to prevent some of the Beastmaster and Drow Ranger damage.
Hell? E.O.E built a Crimson Guard this game. It's very comparable to who's the guy that drowned himself when he was looking at his reflection. Oh, we're fighting.
Oh,
they kicked him
Narcissus.
away.
It was the Kunkka being sent back. Carl,
they didn't
against BKB, he's going to use this as initiation. I don't know if that's going to work. The Yoster stops the X marks the spot. Now the tidal wave bringing back the Undying. They're hoping to replay this. Undying already dropped his tombstone, however, so he's not that useful anyway.
Hook shot, they found Drow.
The Drow Ranger from behind, but there's nobody nearby. So it's just AU trying to keep space. They're hitting him finally, catching her with a black hole. Come in, Raven. Someone needs to start attacking her. And that's going to be Raven's role, killing off Skem. And now because of the tidal wave and the Torn Storm, the Earth Spirit is denied.
So that's going to be an
Earth Spirit justified.
Yeah, I think it's always a decent spell.
Okay, this is the right target. Raven does have Aegis though. So, first life, cook the pig. But the pig has 7 life, and the pig also has teammates. In fact, the pig is being saved by Peter right now. And now, because of the black hole, they're going against the Hunter, and Raven is just gonna bring down Skem. Goodbye to the Sport Drow, GEEK SLATE. Now in shambles because they need to buy back on their carry, and carries hate losing gold the most. Will they do so though? Will they commit? They have to.
That Earth Spirit can kick you into and fountain from is unrivaled by any hero in the game, except for maybe that one patch where they gave Magnus that ridiculous axe.
Where is Skem?
He bought out for that.
Did Skem watch Natsumi? Is Zhao telling him to play like Natsumi?
Dude, that was a full Wind Waker, I think.
Okay, there's Skem. Skem's back. Sorry, Richie, but Skem is finally back, but the Sniper could have died in this time. He didn't. Oh, that's Ninja Gear. Okay, I don't know what the plan is, but he's already Silver Edge. It's going to be useless here.
Ninja
once again, the attempt to go for the Sniper, but the Hex stops this attempt.
No.
They know your shenanigans, Narman.
He's got buyback, though. He can
but it's on cooldown now. You can't do the trick again.
And he also enchanted Remnants already, and that's going to be...
That's what I mean. That's going to be their one last play. We still have the H-Sun Sniper for 30 more seconds. They're going to try to wait it out. But I see a hook shot onto a Drow Ranger who has a blade dagger. However, Narman got caught, has the enchantment this time to survive. Force went in though, and Force could turn into a Hex, and Narman couldn't push himself because he didn't have Boulder Smash. It was on cooldown. Now Force in trouble as well, being sent back into the Torn Storm. Force will fall.
Where is Skem going?
Skem is just leaving his teammates behind. Skem says, my people need me. He now finally TP's back home. The plan is losing. The plan is you call the GG now. I mean, you don't have the Earth Spirit. That was your one saving play. You already used the Primal Roar as well on Force. The creeps are piling onto your base. They even stole your Tombstone for good measure. Oh, hook shot. Finds Cox. Cox is Aeon Disc at least.
Not so safe harbor, eh?
He's fine for now, as Skem still trying to attack him from behind.
They're hunting him, but the Ancient, it's going down.
It doesn't matter. The Ancient can't move like Skem. Then he can't leave his teammates behind.
Okay, he might go for it now. He needs to.
That's a really long-range Hex onto the Sniper. But he still preserves the BKB, activates it, and he's going to go for AU. Ghost Ship is covering him too. They killed Cox. He doesn't have buyback. Just kill the throne. Oh, they're going for Skem first. Of course, Aeon Disc does save him for now, but Black Hole right after the Aeon Disc.
Yeah.
And they just need to pew him as the GG gets called.
Yeah.
This does mean that, okay, they're running Skem, Ricky, and they are actually doing app mode or Cox SF mid. Oh,
it's like a really good build.
I mean, I agree. I don't know why Meteor Hammer gets all this hate now that I think about it.
You were the one that started this.
I didn't start this.
You're literally the meme of the person who put the stick between the bicycles.
I mean,
Zhao Noel, body blocks. Oh, they actually failed there, but it's okay.
I'm just a follower, though.
Oh, no.
Lane.
They're rolling on the Cox. He's also been thunderstruck, and they glimpse back.
Oh, they missed.
So they just kinetic field. They do miss one of the rolls, and the Requiem Assault also misses, but Cox is actually using it just to kill AU, and now he's fighting back against Carl, who's forced to swashbuckle himself to safety. Oh, well, you kill. You have shapeshift here. There's no overgrowth for sure.
There's a treant nearby as well.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stun him by putting him in the kinetic field. Stun as well. Dawnbreaker's coming by. Can Force run away? Yeah, he does. He avoids the stun. And now Tim's is pretty low as well. In fact, Force thinks he can go on him. The Creeps will just finish the job as Force outruns the Pango.
Yeah.
Sure, Narman dies to Bosku, but
Two-man stun. Back onto the Rubik.
my favorite hero for
Try
Hustle.
and set him up now.
Zhao, just overgrowth. There's a Ricky nearby, and he's sitting on the Meteor Hammer with the overgrowth instead of actually using the shard. Well done. He goes for Tim's first, and Tim's will die to the Blink Strike. And now chasing after Raven. I do hear a wreck him, but he's actually just charging it for the shits and giggles. As the rest of Geek Slate tries to cancel as many TPs as possible. They find a Clockwork, which is going to be an okay TP to cancel. Scam will TP down bottom. It's a difficult timing if you're Blacklist right.
Oh, Carl should know you. Oh, well.
Good rocket flare, but I don't think that's going to matter. It's going to be down bottom where they actually try to go for the Rubik, but the Rubik with the Ricky got the kill on Carl, and because of that smoke screen, it didn't feel that impactful. Bakuku didn't even join him with the Greaves there.
This is...
Oh, sorry, that was the Rubik that actually went down. My bad.
Yeah. This is gonna start... Oh, hookshot in. Oh, it's a
Hookshot
little bit
is gonna
early,
just-
though.
No, if they're not going to hit the Rosh anymore, they're going to hit AU first.
Yeah.
Rosh even bashes him. How dare you try to steal the Aegis from Geek Slate?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, if you look at SMG, for example. Oh, hold on, they're
wait,
fighting.
Carl?
That's a good initiation.
Yeah, it is, but he doesn't have Aegis though, so he's not that sad about dying here. However, if they can roll onto him and kill him a second time. Oh, the bonk. Does it actually get him?
They got the
Now with
Lycan.
the BKB. Now he's just charging the Requiem of Souls. They did catch up to the Lycan, but it doesn't seem to matter because Cox covers his escape quite nicely. So Force is fine. Cox takes the tier 3. Now Cox is out of BKB, so he's going to retreat. Where's the Ricky? Oh, it's going to be the Trim Protector instead.
Yeah.
Who's being chased down in the trees. Zhao. Trees are broken, and so is his heart.
Good. Ricky is...
Hitting the
there it is,
Meteor Hammer.
Two-man Meteor Hammer. Not bad. Blink strikes away. He'll get out of there.
So, not bad. This game is particularly good because you also dispel the Ricky Dart though.
Oh, he's going in.
He is going in. And
Still rolling Thunder,
will
though.
Find the SF. Oh, Cox is activating his BKB. Butterfly, will it save him? It will not. Some good luck here on those hits from the SF, from the Terrorblade, sorry, and they get Zhao as well. And here's where the Reign of Terror begins, as they also get a Dragon. Geek Slate is forced to retreat. And oh my god, the Satyr's dancing. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad... Oh my god, why is he throwing meteors? Oh no, the Satyr's been caught! What does this mean for the prophecies, Richie?
It continues.
It means
Satyr's-
nothing. Skem is... What is he jumping into the cogs? What a great guess by AU. Bye-bye, Skem.
All right.
The
That's...
Satyr's aimless, Richie.
And it gives Meteor Hammer
Yeah.
on his Satyr
Skem.
shoes.
Skem.
Oh, this could be a... I mean, that's team fight.
Yeah, I guess. Just taunting the Requiem.
He's waiting for Roche to be lower.
The shapeshift.
Here they go. Oh, no.
He didn't activate his BKB either. I mean, hookshot. Okay, now there's the BKB. Requiem, but everyone has BKB too, so Cox is pretty useless. Overgrowth committed. Montastel to dispel, so his Lotus Sword. Cox is going to die at this rate. Cox has been
Force
hunted
got
to the
Aegis,
high ground.
though.
He's going to fall. Yeah, Force did get the Aegis, but the rest of your team is dying. So who cares if you have 2 lives on Force if everyone else falls? In fact, they almost killed the Ricky with that. Now they have
Some sort of
initiation.
initiation.
Yeah, exactly. You BKB, you Arcane Blink. There's no way Hookshot
It's still
is
not as good as Rolling Thunder, though.
It's true, and Rolling Thunder's already initiating onto Force. Force been stunned. Is he in the bonk zone? No, he actually activates BKB
got
for the
Ricky.
bonks. They did catch the Ricky, but he has his own BKB, and in comes the SF.
Blood bag.
After he gets his Raven, the blood bag's ready, and he heals himself back up. He's actually healing the main hero once again. AU dies in the middle of this to Skem, but the Terrorblade did waste his Metamorphosis. Not much accomplished with this. A lot of BKB used on Geek Slate.
Oh,
There's actually more damage.
and they got good vision here. That's a good initiation target.
They have
You see
Arcane
both
Blink as
support.
well. Yeah, they go. They blow up one support. Claims back the other one. Can they kill him in time? Yeah, the Fear lasts way too long. And Cox actually avoids this with a blink. Sorry, not with a blink. It's going to be the flicker. Now he has to activate the BKB. Trying to avoid the Pango. Here comes the help of the Dawnbreaker. Overgrowth immediately dispelled. But they did catch the Terrorblade in it. Cox, though, is in trouble. No more BKB inside the Static Storm.
Stolen
They
Guardian?
even commit the Stolen Guardian from the Rubik to save Cox.
No
and Cox
way.
We're now alive, but Carl's behind him. And that's going to condemn him. They also punish the Rubik. The Ricky is nowhere to be seen because he was trying to attack the backlines, and now they cancel the TV from Force, who has no shapeshift and has no life left either. Raven had the meta ready.
Skem and Zhao, they're waiting for their opening, but I don't think they're going to get one here, honestly. These heroes.
They fought just as the meta came off cooldown.
Maybe for Bosku?
No, he went on the opening. Tricks of the trade with Daedalus. Didn't get any crits there.
This could be... No, okay, it's fine. Got to run away for the entire duration. By that point, the buyback on the Disruptor ends up really making the difference. He's locked inside that static storm kinetic field with no saves on his team. There's no way Skem gets this, right?
I mean, he's trying. He doesn't want to Trix, so he doesn't take a Roche himself by accident. He's going to Trix on Raven instead. Really lacking damage here. And they do... I don't know, they see him.
They do now.
Oh, they do now. They do now. Skem has been cut. He's been rolled on. They want to squash him.
Oh, yeah.
And they will end up piercing him with that swashbuckle. Also catching up to Norman. No hammer will save him here. The outplay comes from his teammate instead.
Can't be the hero. Does he steal anything?
No, he doesn't. He just loses his life.
Dies with his hands empty there.
So let's see what the play here will be by Raven. He has a Swift Blink coming into him on the Courier. No more boots for him, just maximizing damage as much as possible. They're going to go for tier 4s. They know there's no buyback, or they're going to find out soon there's no buyback on Riki.
I'll be honest with you, but I don't know if I'm still not super convinced by this Riki. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like if SF is going to initiate by blowing up a support, I feel like that's Riki's job here. I think that they got to separate their tasks here if they want to make this strat work.
But there's still the potential Rolling Thunder, which annoys the SF's initiation. Of course, is the hook shot as well.
He's up in 3, Throne's exposed.
Okay, they were patient enough. And in fact, like this rivalry, there's the Force Wolf form going for Tim's first.
Okay.
And because the BKB blows up one support, blows up a second. Okay, guys, everyone can kill supports. Great. Who kills the Terror?
That's what I'm asking, though. Like, you know, he's gone. He's back to intern coup, but it's really working out for him.
Carl? Okay, they're gonna find a fight away from the base. Force is the target first because they know how dangerous he is. And in fact, they're going to throw everything at Force. The Wolves get in the kennel. He finally escapes. They're chasing after him with everything they got, but they don't have the mobility to actually get up to Force.
Oh, wow.
And the rocket flares, because of the Ags, will finish him off. That's 70 seconds without Wolf Boy.
Yeah.
They also don't have the Rubik.
Here he goes up to high ground. Again, this isn't quite yet Megas. They still need that building up top.
Your hammer. What's that doing?
He has Refresher, though, and Aegis for another minute.
Cox uses the Requiem.
That's good.
They do get a good fear, but they're concentrating on the one target. They're going for the offlaner. Now for Raven, who's still on the backlines, hitting Cox now, hitting the Riki in the smoke screen a little bit harder. They glimpse Cox, and they get rid of Cox.
He's got buyback.
He has a buyback just in time to come back for the second bout.
No BKB,
Without
though.
a meta is the Terror Blade, but he does have Aegis, though, so they have to kill him twice.
And he's got Refresher. He's going to refresh for it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think you're killing him. Endless patience on Geek Slate squad, but also an endless amount of nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing.
A Blacklist rivalry, they can afford to be patient here as well. They have Solar Guardian at the ready, so their initiation or their counter initiation is all they really need to bank on. They don't even need to force a fight right now. They can just look to close out the game.
Force is back. One last desperate attempt. They bought Desolator, the only item you can actually buy completely from the fountain, which is why he bought it now, just maximizing as much damage as he can. It just seems like the
this is relegation.
They try to howl him, but the throne is going to fall to the illusions anyway. And Raven activates the BKB. He's